As the day continued on, Discord searched for Luna. She had a habit of springing on him suddenly when he least expected it. She always kept changing, just like her celestial body, changing every day to be something different. Once the sun was directly overhead, Discord grew worried. Luna did say that she would visit every day. I wonder where she could be. Probably eating bananas with her sister or something. Even though Discord laughed in his head, he was still eaten with worry. Once the sun had dropped a little lower in the sky, Discord could hear Sally voices calling out to each other. He could also see flashes of orange through the hedges, moving closer and closer to his private part of the garden. The construction ponies rounded the corner that led to his part of the garden and looked around appraisingly. They nodded and walked into the garden, and Discord noted with shock the wrecking ball they drew between the two largest stallions of the group.
"This looks like the place," the lead stallion said to the others. "Let's get wrecking, eh? The faster we do this, the faster we can go back to Donut Joe's for some of those donuts."
Sure does, boss. Just remember who's paying this time, eh? And paying this time, eh? One of the other stallions nudged him and laughed.
All right. Enough jokes at my expense. I forget my wallet one time, and you all never let it go. Let's start over there, on that side. This big statue over here creeps me out a little.
After the first statue fell, Discord was given a shock as he realized what was happening. Discord used the last of his reserved magic to inscribe words into his stone prison walls, so that Luna would discover them if she sought him out. His writing became frantic as he saw the stallions throw the iron ball into at the other statues of the clearing, starting at the opposite edge from Discord and moving down the line. Statue after statue was reduced to dust, and the crashing noises were getting ever so closer. The worker ponies took a break, setting down the wrecking ball and walking off to eat sandwiches from tin boxes. Discord's writing became slower and slower as he lost more and more of his magical energy. As the last of it disappeared from his body, he sealed the letter with the final blast of magic, sending the small shockwave across the clearing and knocking dust from the trees in the garden.
Discord looked up towards the sky, thinking about his life he had lived. He recalled the times that he had irritated Luna and Celestia to no end, always pouring chocolate milk on them or changing them into cotton candy. Of course, they blasted him with their magic after he did those things, but he just chuckled and kept causing the chaos. He never really wanted to be hated, he just hated the strict on-time attitude of the entire world. No pony ever did anything randomly anymore, always following an own plan of life day after day. Now, the only pony he knew that didn't was Pinkie Pie, but even she had a pattern for that busted Pinkie sense in all her other antics. Of course, she was the pony that Discord hated the least, or at least until Luna had come along for her visits. Her sister Celestia was the pony that topped the list of the most hated ponies in Discord's life.
He remembered when he first approached Celestia with his love. He had always thought that he loved her, and she loved him back. When he had first given her those flowers, she looked at him with disgust. All she could see was a monster, and a fiend. Well, I was more than that, Celestia. You were the cause of all my pain. He cursed her name more times than he could count, so much that it had become somewhat boring to insult her now. You saw a monster, so that's what I became. Luna didn't see me as a monster. She saw a misunderstood being. I was given a chance to love again, and now it seems that's being taken away as well. Mental tears began to spring from his eyes, and his sobs ripped across his mind.
He watched as the workers smashed the wrecking ball into the statue next to him, sending chips of stone flying into Discord. He winced mentally as he watched them dust off the ball, now coated white with its use. As they turned to him, he started to think random thoughts, no doubt a product of anxiety. I wonder if there's cotton candy in the next life. Oh, and I can't forget about chocolate milk either. And the tall bunnies. And all the other things that are chaotic. I hope that... His thoughts stopped as the wrecking ball smashed into him, sending his head onto the ground next to his statue's disembodied feet.
With his last bout of consciousness, he looked at his side. There, on the ground next to him, was a blue-black feather, glistening with dew in the setting sun. He sighed sadly and thought one last thought.
Goodbye, my sweet moon. Forever this time.
Ooh.
We're doing the epilogue, right?
There's an epilogue?
Yep. It's only
Just a short.
Right,
Yeah.
Whoops. Alright, yeah, I didn't see that.
It's short.
Alright, I got it. Alright.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Luna wailed over the trunks of rock, her heart feeling as if it had been ripped open. I'll start that again. Luna wailed over the trunks of rock, her heart feeling as if it had been ripped out and thrown down under the wrecking ball that sat in the corner of the clearing, smoking and cracked from her magical blast that knocked it away. She sifted her hooves through the dust, sobbing over her friend's remains. She tried to piece the statue back together with her magic, but the damage had been done. Or has it?
And then she moved to where Discord's head lay. She bent her horn down low to it, magic sparking off of it. She touched the head with her horn gently, hoping against hope to get a response.
Discord? Art thou present? She asked with a hesitant voice, knowing the answer. She jumped when Discord's strained voice answered her.
Dear Luna, or Celestia, if she even cares.
Oh, well, okay. No, I am not here. This is just a recording of my last thoughts before I die. I suppose you could call this a will, but I don't think I have anything to really give away. So call it my last words if you want. I want to say that I've always regretted not being able to spend more time with you two, knowing that I was always the one pulling off pranks when our nanny was away. I know you probably remember the noise of my yelping when Father spanked me, knowing you, Celestia. I bet you even have it recorded somewhere around the castle. Well, these are my last words. I'll just direct some of it to the both of you.
To Celestia, I would like to thank you for turning me to stone. Without that, I would have never had the opportunity to experience true love. And that's about all I have to say to you, Miss Snooty.
To Luna, I would like to say something hurtful and gross. I love you. I always have. I have always admired your celestial body more than your snooty sisters. The sun is never changing, always doing the same thing every single night. But the moon varies, changing shape and location every night. Stars are born and stars die during the night. But I hope you will never die. My love forever eternal. May you continue to rise, Luna, and keep me in your heart until the end of days.
The words continue, but Luna couldn't hear them anymore. She always suspected Discord's love, ever since they were foals, but she had never tried to pursue it, fearing that it would end their good friendship. And then she had to watch as Celestia turned her love into stone to sit in that garden for thousands of years. Even then, Luna had regretted not approaching Discord sooner, thinking she could have saved him. But now she'd never have that chance again.
Luna cried like she did all those years ago, lying in the white powder, her tears dripping from her eyes like drops of liquid moonlight, shining in their namesake's light.
Fini. Okay. Well, that was Chaotic Harmony's Stone's Embrace. That was a really nice fic.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right, well, we got to kind of wrap this up because my parents are home now, so.
Yep.
Good night, every pony. This has been Pony Public Library.
Do you have any news on our next week's guest, Pio, or not yet?
Not quite yet, but the next one will most likely be a Royal Guard story. So stay in touch and stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned. Thank you very much. Do you have any final words, Chaotic Harmony?
He's gone.
Stay sad.
Stay sad. Well, thank you very much for being our guest, and good luck in the future. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and I hope you've enjoyed. From Dev Knights and the rest of the Pony Public Library, have a safe night.